walk it out like a gusher. If you say real talk, I probably won't trust you. If you want to go to war, the gun's my pleasure. Even Jesus had 12 disciples on the level. Trigger, whatever. You don't want now, they get 3,000. I'm like, welcome to the Race Director Battle. Run Social Atlanta versus Run Local Bay Area.
There you go. Hey, man, you were supposed to meet me for the practice round.
Yeah, I don't want to practice.
You ready? You ready?
Practice? You're going to talk about practice?
All right.
You already want to argue about practice?
I have a microphone.
I love it.
Tell
I'm ready. I got a bottle of water.
All right. We got about 40 people on here so far. So
get them up. Oh, she back. She back.
Okay. Are we good? Are we good?
Woo!
Steady stream.
Oh.
I've been on this thing all day and haven't had any problems all day. And then all of a sudden, okay, I need you to go off camera. And then when I introduce you, you pop on the camera. Okay? This is the most formal part of the entire thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, runners and walkers and joggers, welcome to the Run Social Atlanta versus Run Local Bay Area IG Live Race Director Battle. It's San Francisco versus ATL, Hotlanta versus the Yay area, East Coast versus West Coast, Google versus Coca-Cola, runners versus runners, y'all. All right, now let's meet our masters of the bullhorn, crafty cone-operated mass email communication. Of course, two of the world's greatest race directors to ever do it. First up, let's introduce, straight from the Bay, all day, CEO and founder of Soul Focus Sports and Run Local Events. Y'all give it up for JT Service! From Southwest Atlanta, the ATL. CEO of Runningnerds LLC and Run Social Atlanta. Give it up for your girl Tess Sobomehin Marshall. Hey, there I go. All right, y'all catch all that?
That's so good.
Okay.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful.
Put the mic down now. That's all I got with the mic. And I didn't even get my horn.
You're a national treasure.
Do you have the horn? I have my horn, but okay. So let's kick this off. First, JT, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are. Give them your receipts. Let them know all the receipts.
Let them know. First of all, this is all Tess's wonderful idea. I want to thank you for inviting me. And her coming up with this thing. I've been watching Swiss Beats versus Timberland, you know, all the fun ones. And of course, we had to bring it to race directors and to running. And it couldn't be better than, I feel like we're kindred spirits, you know, like the first time Tess and I met each other, we were like, oh, I get you. Like, I understand you. And it's been so fun to watch what you built out there, but this is the nicest I'm going to be to you all night. So that's all it's going to be. My name's JT Service. 10 years we've been doing this at Soul Focus. So this is our 10-year anniversary, producing events, working with brands, doing some agency work, but more than anything, our love, our heart, our feet are on the road. We are runners and we are race directors. We produce events in the Bay Area specifically for other people, but we also own 5 of our own Run Local events, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
All right, that sounds good.
Give me yourself. What you got? Let my people know who you are.
Hold on, here we go. Hold up. Man, I'm telling you, I practiced all this earlier, and it didn't have any problems whatsoever. Forget it. Okay. All right, so of course y'all know my...
I got you one.
Can you just be the horn guy for the whole night? Okay, good. All right.
Horn guy.
So, y'all, what's up, everybody? I'm Tess Sobomehin Marshall. I'm a race director out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Got to give a couple disclaimers, though, because I know my ATL people. I am not from Atlanta. I'm not an Atlanta native. So every once in a while, I might come up and say Atlanta with a T. Atlanta. All right. But I've been putting on running events in this beautiful, wonderful town that we call Running City, USA.
Wow. Bold statement.
Well, and that started with just a little 5K because I thought it was fun to go out and run races. That turned into another race, and then that turned into 10 races. And now I'm proud to say we have produced, directed, or had our foot in, get that pun? Mm-hmm. And it's 150 to 175 over the course of 8 years. So very proud to be a race director. We got an amazing running community here in Atlanta, and I am super excited. You see that Running City USA?
Yeah, I see that. I see that. No one, you know what? No one asked me though if that was like, what do you just apply for that? You just gave yourself a name. It's like someone giving themselves a nickname.
Atlantic Track Club just declared it, and we all back.
Bold move.
That's how you do it.
Bold move.
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what's going to happen tonight. Can I get a horn? Can I get a horn? Can I get a horn? So, an epic event of proportions, Run fams. All right, JT and I are going to engage in a friendly IG Live race director battle. We're saying friendly, but
sometimes friendly. It might be key.
We have 10 rounds of categories. Anything that we have worked on is game for the battle. So as you've heard, we both have a long list of receipts. Got a lot of events that we under our belt between the two of us. We read on the category, number of submissions for each category, and it's up to you, the fans, to hype it up and show your love for your favorite race director.
Woo! We got Speed City. I just got to call out to Speed City. Do you know about Speed City?
Speed City. Is that what you're calling it?
City? Yeah, Speed City. Speed City is San Jose, California. And the reason they call it that is because they had the fastest sprinters in the world.
Okay.
Do you remember this?
Okay, yes.
1968 Olympics. That's Olympic City. That's Tommy Smith and John Carlos. We're talking San Jose State Spartans. San Jose State Spartans. Speed City. Guess who gave us that name? The world gave us that name. We didn't need some track club to make it up.
Listen, you might be messing yourself up because, you know, LA is where all the real fast folks
Well, maybe now. We're back in the day.
They're LA folks. Hey, LA folks, are y'all supporting us or are y'all supporting theirs?
Exactly. They know. They keep it West Coast.
So, again, fans, hype up whatever you see. If you like it, give us the double hands up, the high fives, give us the hearts just like blasting the whole time. And if you are a fan, feel free to root for ATL throughout. What do you think? Nah, I'm just all right, so also throughout the night, we will be shouting out and highlighting some of our amazing partners and sponsors. And we're going to start by bringing some awareness to you about the Endurance Sports Coalition petition. So I'm going to post the link here in a minute. And all you have to do is go on. As you may have heard, we're in the midst of the pandemic. Every race until August pretty canceled.
Yeah.
And, you know, we are excited as much as anybody to get back on the pavement, but we need the support of the running community to make sure all races and race directors survive this pandemic. So we need you to go on to the endurancesportscoalition.org website, check out the petition. It's basically just a petition to let Congress know that, hey, we matter too, race directors.
That's right, very important. If you guys want these races to exist in a year from now, and you want to come back to races in 2021, or you want to do Peachtree on Thanksgiving Day, I won't throw shade on that one, but you know, you got to support this Endurance Sports Coalition. We'll put the link in here. Tessa put it up, but I encourage everyone that's listening to fill it out and tell Congress, tell our government that we need some support for the Endurance Sports Coalition.
I figured out how to keep this up there. Wait, how did I do it again?
There it is. Oh,
well,
it was there and now gone.
In the comments. Did I spell it right, JT? Because I was
I think so. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it.
All right. So nice go there, guys. After if you need to pop off, go and pop back on, but just make sure you come back. All right? Okay, JT.
What's up?
Are you
Someone
ready?
just put on music in the other room.
Okay. Are you ready for your category? All right, y'all. Remember, show your love. And while we're getting ready for the first category, I just want y'all to know, here in the studio, I have a studio. I am representing.
It looks cooler than mine. You're definitely more prepared.
My Urban Tree Cidery fan cider.
Okay.
I'm brewing Nar water, so I'll be going back and forth between these two.
Two locals.
And Dasani, a Coca-Cola product. Let's do this.
Appropriately got a little Bear bottle. This is a San Francisco Bay Brewing, little micro brew, keeping it delicious. It's a Kush Kingdom. We like that Kush out here in Northern California. So we got two things going on in one. So 2 for 1.
All right, y'all. Let's get the party started. We are going with our first category, and you're going to be so impressed with all that I've done.
Oh.
All right, y'all. First category.
What? Where'd you get that graphic?
Don't sweat me. Come on. All right. You are going to go first, and then we're going to alternate who goes first each round. You are up first. Go.
You want my logo? Are we talking about just like our company logo?
Start with the company logo, whatever you want Whatever you want to put out there.
Hey, this briefcase is going to cause all types of problems for you tonight. You have no idea what's in here. This is just like, this thing doesn't even leave my side. I'm like the one-armed man.
You got a wrist chain for that thing?
We got all types of
So tell us about your logo, man.
Run Local logo. Let me tell you about this. We try to keep it as clean and as simple as possible. We do a lot of black and white right now. But the Run Local, this is Avenir Black. This is a very clean font. Now, what you'll notice right here, this little circle right here, that one right there, that one's called a registered trademark. That means if any of you mofos, all 60,000 of you watching at home, even say the word Run Local, there'll be a bill in your in your mailbox the next day. Nobody can say it. Nobody can use it. A lot of people trying to use it. You know who you are out there. I got to send cease and desist left and right. But we came up with this thing like 5 years ago. My 3 years at Evil Law School taught me how to file for a trademark. And this is what we came out with. Nice.
Yeah. I need that lawyer's number, please.
Send it this way. I'll do you good.
Very beautiful. Well, you will see behind me to this side. I gotta get some music on my back. Oh, okay, here we go. Hold up. All right. Hold on. There we go. That's why we couldn't hear the music. All right, y'all. So swag. We're all about swag and ATL. You know that, right? So this is the Atlanta logo. This logo was designed by local graphic designer and runner. Her name is Stacy Bass. She's on here. Stacy, if you're on here, let me see them hands.
Oh.
Amazing artist, graphic designer. She is that. Most of the stuff you're gonna see tonight, she put her foot in it. Stacey's the type you're like, Stacey, I got this idea, and then she'll come back to you with like 6 ideas, and I usually have to narrow it down to one. She makes me narrow it down, but usually
it's
I'm like,
clean.
I like all 10 of them. But this was Run Social logo. We rebranded our entire race series to Run Social because we just found out people love to run our races and social
and have a good time. You know, the end to the eye is so nice.
Yeah. It's good, right?
It's really nice. And I feel, good job, Stacy.
Stacy did an awesome job. You'll see, too, we have Run Social Network, which is our, membership. We got the Run Social logo. And then we had Run Social events as well, but everything just became an event. So
yeah, that's cool.
That's the story behind the Run Social
Hey,
logo.
do you have a problem with, over-branding? Like, sometimes I just start branding everything and coming up with different names, like Run Local this, Run Local that. Do you get your team? My team gets mad at me for coming up with too much shit.
When we rebranded, and this is what I love about our how similar we are. You got your company, and then you got your race series, and then you got your. So it's the same thing. People are like, "Well, did Running Nerds go away?" Hey, Dean actually started it live, but I think everybody's over here. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think I always consult with I have a brand team. So Stacey's like the lead of the brand team, and I do have a problem with everything that she does, and I usually again have to narrow it down. So but the fans will let you know if it's too much. They'll tell you, won't they?
Yes, they will. So I got to give a great shout out to Stacy. I got to give a shout out to Kim Ann Langer, who came up with the Run Local Circle. She's such a clean designer. She's local to the Bay Area. She has created a lot of Run Local merch, a lot of our apparel, pretty much anything that looks good. You're right. It probably came from Kim's mind onto the paper. But yeah, God bless those graphic designers that can actually put our crazy ideas onto something and be like, oh, this is what you mean. Actually, let me tell you, this is actually what you meant.
Yeah, and Stacey, she's known for a famous quote. She's like, graphic designers, everyone comes to us and says, make it look pretty. And I was like, dang, I do that too. I'll send her a little sketch, and I'll be like, make this look good. She does it. All right, so let's go with a race logo or an event logo. You got one you want to throw out there?
I do. How do I want to show it to you, though? Here's the question.
Oh, you think I'm going to copy your style? Are we okay over here?
No, we good. It's going to come back. You know what? I'll just do it because you're going to see it again. This is my favorite. This is one of our most recent events. So
yes, I love that logo.
Yeah, SV Half. That's the Silicon Valley Half Marathon. And it's got this. Now I get to talk about a different designer that I really, really love. One of my best friends, Blakely Datson, who I grew up with, is a fine artist out of Portland. does some great work with Adidas and does some animation and pieces like that. If you're ever looking for an amazing artist, you want to find him early, Blakely Thomas Dadson. But Blakely made this SB half logo, and if you look closely, the V and the S are just slightly off, like they've been sliced.
Yeah.
So you can it just adds this nice little element of movement, and it's also like a finish line. Like that SB is kind of coming across the thing. So we put some thought into it. I'm super proud of it. This brand is.
And I love it that it's sleek, it's clean, change the color of it. And the thing about it that I love is that it's recognizable on its. So that's the thing that Stacey and I talk about all the time. Like even our Running Nerds logo, it can stand alone as a logo, and you have the words written out. So when people see it, they know. So I'll hit you with.
What you got?
I'll hit you with this one. Now this is a shirt time logos in there, but you have heard about the race.
Oh yes, I've heard about the race.
So the race logo.
I want to go. I want to do the race.
Yeah, you'll be here. The race is. This is also another Stacey design, and the race I'm picking this one because this is becoming one of the most recognizable logos around the country.
Wow.
Got runners from all 50 states that have run the race at some point.
So smart.
We're becoming an international and a national race. I can't tell you how many times somebody will send me a text or hit me up on Facebook and say, "Hey, I saw someone and with the race logo, with the race logo." And then we got the standalone R logo too. That is, it's becoming recognized. That's what it's all about. Just making.
Can I see it one more time?
Recognized.
Can everyone else see it again?
This is the full logo.
Yeah. Oh.
And then
the colors.
And then this is the R. The R. So that's the standalone. Yeah. So very proud.
It gives me this Kenyan flag feel. Like are those the colors of it?
The red, black, and green. Let me school you on the red, black, and green, JT. Some African music in the backdrop. So the red, black, and green. Thank you. That is the colors of the Pan-African flag, which represents all diasporas of. There you go. You see that red, black, and green heart? All of the Black and African American culture. So that includes African. That can be African American, Caribbean, mix, whatever you want to call
so
yourself.
Good.
Black and green represents everything. And of course, the race is a race that has been produced for and by the Black running community. Me, of course, the race director and every sponsor that we have, all of our supporters and charities are all African American businesses and charities.
So
of course, are extremely diverse, but it is heavily supported by the Black running community. So we're very proud. All right, so
where did you can we go a little deep dive on this because I think it's a really special project. Where did you come up with the idea for the race?
That's a whole nother show right there.
Okay, all right, that's really nice.
Real quick, and this shirt, we did a Kickstarter campaign in 2017.
Yeah.
Put there to the African American running community and said, "Hey, do you guys want to see a race that is put on for us, by us, everything produced by us? We have all these resources, right?" So my company, Running Nerds, the producer and owner and director of the race, but the running community came together. They put their money where their heart was. We hit our Kickstarter goal. We opened up registration in 2018 and had the first race.
Yeah.
2018 was our first event. 2019 we had a bomb sophomore year. I feel like I should be playing some music behind me. And then we are slated for the race 2020 in October. So
okay, good luck. I'm with you. I'll be out there. If it happens, I'll be there.
One more bragging point on the race, JT. You'll appreciate this. We opened up registration on Black Friday, November 27th. We had 800 registrations on day one. 400 the first hour of the race.
People were just like, "I'm in. I believe in it."
They heard about 2019.
Yeah.
So see, I'm giving away all my future content here, but thank you.
No. So and I'm watching a ton of the comments down from the Bay Area, the people I know, and they're just like, they love it. They love the race.
California is coming strong this year for the race. Yeah.
I love it.
30 people signed up, so.
Correct.
But yeah, so good stuff. And I've always admired your logos. You do a great job with design and keeping things. Matter of fact, when we were designing our website and our Instagram, I used your race series as an example of how to Very like clean. So kudos.
Oh, I got to give a shout out then to Pavement Runner who's on here. He's watching this thing. His name's Brian Kelly. Follow him on Insta and on Twitter at Pavement Runner. He manages all of our social, keeps everything clean. He was the one that created the little graphic for tonight. Brian Kelly. So yeah, he's good and he's fast and he's just like a run local diehard, but also just like a huge support of the whole running community. So.
Now, see, we giving love. So I got to give a shout out to my social media manager.
Okay, you have to.
Coco Chanel Jones. She is a freaking superstar, and she does all of our social for the race. And then I just kind of see what she does and track. That's the kind of so yes, we love our people. You can't go.
Well, I just like that you and I had started this conversation like 3 years ago, maybe. I think you might have attended like one of my Running USA things, and then like you were asking me questions, but you were asking me like the right questions right away, and I was like, oh shit, gets it. Like, why are you even asking me questions? I want to ask you things. So.
Yep. Took my phone call. You took my phone. Thanks, AT. All right, we've been too nice to each other.
I'm gonna kill you on the next one.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. What is it? I forget.
Bam, medal.
Don't end it. Stop. It's over.
All right, so I get to go first this time.
You're gonna make me bust out the briefcase again.
Okay, so we agreed on 3 medals. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one because I'm proud of this one. Very creative. First, we put on an amazing race called the Monday Night Brewing Westside 10, and all of our breweries here in Atlanta pretty much went from bottles to cans. So you know how I used to do the bottle opener medals? You can't use them anymore. So we came up with the can top medal.
Oh, can top medal.
Yes,
that's cool. And you do a lot of stuff with breweries.
Right. Monday Night Brewing. So I mean, look at the accuracy.
It's cool. Oh, it looks just like a can top. Yeah, makes me thirsty.
And
it looks
we
just
came
like
out.
That.
We came out with the can glass. So everybody was taking pictures with the can top medal over it was beautiful.
That's great. Yeah, it's fire. It's good medal. It's great. I've seen it.
On the ribbon. So that's one. That's number 1 for me. What you got?
Okay. Let's see here. I don't even know where to start with you. You know what? I don't want to we've already seen that. So I kind of want to keep it on the level. I don't want to just like blow you away. Like I don't want to end it.
Well, that's how you this morning.
I don't want to end it right now.
Bring your A game, leave your C game at home.
I'm going to start with we have a fantastic St. Patrick's Day run in San Jose. It's one of our newer events. It is very amply called the San Jose Sham Rock Run. Now, we rock out on St. Patrick's Day. Huge party. Downtown San Jose. We finish at an Irish bar called O'Flaherty's. Everyone gets a free Guinness. We had some other beers planned. It's kind of a bummer this year because we had to cancel it. It was the first COVID-19 cancellation in all of our county was this event. But everyone went virtual, and right after that, we sent them, the Sham Rock Run medal. So a lot of green. You got your Shamrocks there, but it's your Shamrock Run. And then we still drink bottles here. So we pop the top on something in the parking lot. So popular. So the Shamrock, you know what? I'm gonna put it on. There's one.
If that metal out, how much was the shipping on that damn thing?
Oh man, $3.21. I know everything. Nothing gets by me in this company. $3.21 send them out with the T-shirt. Priority is about $7. That's for everyone at home. There's real costs to these events.
Real cost. Nobody wants to mail out package, y'all.
Nobody does. There's the Shamrock Run.
Turn to the side. Let me see. Oh,
yeah. It's kind of thick. I mean, kind of heavy.
The girthy metal.
It's girthy. What'd you say?
All right. Round 2. I got one for you.
Okay.
Hold up. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. The longest running event is called the ATL Relay 10 Can 20K. I've got 8 medals in history for this race, and I put it out there to my run club which one they wanted me to enter.
Wow.
Plan with this one. Is it blind to you, JT? Is it blind to you?
I like the negative space.
Blind to you? Yeah. So this is one of 8 versions of the of the ATL medal. So we've got buildings in the background here. You can see that on the rise.
I can barely see it. It's so bright.
I ran the ATL. Every year the medal says I ran the ATL.
Yeah, that's
so
tight.
So 4 people run 5K, switch off, 5K, switch off, 5K, switch off, 5K, switch off. Or you can choose to run 4 or 5Ks by yourself when we call it a 20K. I've never done this. I don't know.
I love it.
Right, but so yeah, this is the one that they wanted me to put out there. But I want to give you my runner-up. This was last year's.
You ran the ATL. I think they picked the right one. I'll be honest. That one's tight. Yeah. You're running foot's right. I can't see.
All right, so that is my. And then this logo was actually designed by an intern that worked with me.
Wow. God bless the intern.
The logo. She was a Georgia Tech student. I have no idea where she is in the world, but her name was Abby, and she was amazing. Doing well. Abby, I hope you're well.
Shout
all right,
Abby.
round 2.
All right. This needs a little bit of context. So we do 5 events in the Bay Area, but only 3 of them create the Run the Bay Challenge. You run the entire Bay. You run the 3 main area codes. That's the 408 in San Jose. That's the 415 that represents San Francisco, and the 510, the 5 and dime that represents Oakland and the East Bay. So you run in the South Bay, the North Bay, the East Bay, and you've run the Bay Challenge. That's 3 different events. Now, why do people do that? It's because of the medal. It's because of the reason I'm about to show you right now. So this was our first.
Be quiet. You're in Atlanta right now. My friend, she's shouting. My bad.
So we're going to go way back. This is our first Run the Bay Challenge medal, and this is how we came out of the gates. Boom. You got your 408, your 415, and your 510. I ran the Bay. It's monstrous. It doesn't even fit in the screen. Not even in front of the screen. And we just made up a version of the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge does not have 3 towers. It has 2 towers. But we made it 3 to have all 3 area codes.
Hey, you could have fooled me.
Those engineers at home are like, what the fuck? That is not the Golden Gate Bridge. But and one other thing you'll see is that we have this little bus on there. That's kind of like a shout to old California in the 60s. And it says Represent Running. We were Represent Running at one time. We've since rebranded to Run Local. So
I wonder what happened to Represent Running.
It is now Run Local Events. It just changed, but it's still the same company. Same thing. This one's going on too.
Isn't it tough when you rebrand? Everyone's like, did you go out of business?
Yeah.
No, that's dope. I might have to get your permission to do like an Atlanta area code medal. I think that could
I'll give you that.
Yeah. 770 678 404. All right. Very nice. I'm impressed with that. All right, last round on the medal. Hold on.
Let's go.
Let's see. Go with this one here. And another disclaimer is there are versions of any song from Atlanta, so I apologize if there are children listening. All right. So we talked about the race, y'all.
Yep.
I knew we had to on that marathon medal when we launched the race.
You had to.
It had to be pretty. It had to be heavy. Represent the people. So our inaugural the race medal, and you will see that it is matte black. The girth. Check that girth out.
Oh, it's heavy.
Behind this thing, it's kind of
I don't know. It looks too heavy for me.
I mean,
I'm a little guy.
Yeah. And then we got the 5 fists for unity. Represent that unity, right?
Yeah.
All diasporas. Building a legacy. We got our 7 pillars engraved on the race medal. Unity Collective. That was our collection of people who supported the race in the inaugural year. Of course, you got to have a spot where you can engrave all the memories. And, we're very proud of this medal. The red, black, and green ribbon represents the flag.
Yeah, it's tight.
So one of my co-founders for the race, Darrell Patterson, he's not Instagram. Maybe he found an account. Darrell, if you found an account, I'm shouting you out. One thing he said about the medal, he's like, Tess, it's got to be heavy. I want it to be in a circle because I want it to be classic looking, and we got to have red, black, and green. So those were criteria, and I think we hit it at the park on this one.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
That's tight.
All right.
I like the classic.
You got last round.
I almost got this like classic, like Boston, New York thing where you almost don't have to change anything like every year. Right. People still want it, right? Like you've got a thing.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm nervous. You got me nervous.
This was your.
You got me a little nervous.
I remember this.
You know what? I was gonna go a certain area. I'm audible. It's an audible. I'm going with just like the biggest freaking medal we put out in a while, just to hold it down.
Right.
This thing is the most expensive thing I've bought for about 2,000 people. Still with the bottle opener because that's a problem of my own.
I'm not even trying to be funny. You need to back up because I can't even see the whole thing. Oh, damn.
This is the Run 2.0 award. If you do the Silicon Valley Half Marathon, when you tack on like a 5K or a 10K on the same weekend, you do a little double, you're going to get treated real nice to like the biggest Run 2.0. We know we're sticking kind of with the circuit board feel of Silicon Valley. That's why Google and the Facebooks and all those people have become popular. So we stick to our tech roots there, but it is the biggest. It's bigger than my face.
I have a feeling we're going to hear more about this race later on. So I'm quite and I follow you, JT. I follow your events, and I remember Silicon Valley. I saw people's pictures with the medal.
They go big. We love. It's a great event. Silicon Valley Half. Yeah.
All right. So medals are done. Nice round. Let me take a few moments to switch our sponsor. So next up, we want to shout out one of our sponsors for 2020, REI.
Oh yeah.
Their website up here, so you guys can go check them out. REI. They are the official title sponsor for the ATL Relay 10K and 20K this year. We're very excited to work with REI.
Cool company.
They got everything you need. For those of us that are glamping right now, you might be able to find something at REI that can make your glamping a little fun and right now. But they also have amazing content, blogs, and websites on. So definitely everybody go to REI, check them out, tell them Social and Run Local sent you. All right.
That's cool.
Okay. Next up, shirts.
Shirts.
Hold up. I worked really hard on
I
shirts.
forget what we said, like 2 shirts.
We're using all of them. So shirts, I'm going to start it off.
We're going to do 2?
Running USA's on here, by the way, JT.
I love that. I don't know who runs that account, but what's up, Christine, Brian Lyons, Leah, Rich Harshberger, the whole crew over there. Thank you for all you do for the industry. Shout out to Running USA.
So, for the ATL Relay 10K and 20K, this is our longest running race. The first year we posted the race, I couldn't decide on the shirt color. So, guess what I did, JT?
What'd you do?
We just had all the shirt colors. This race, we literally have 5 shirt color options every year for this race. I personally own 45 Run the ATL t-shirts. And
how did you do that? Did people get to choose?
They choose when they get there. So it's one of the advantages of coming back and pick up your pack.
That is aggressive. That is tough to do.
Added orange and people went freaking crazy.
I have never heard of anybody ever doing that.
5 shirt color options, JT, for the race.
You are crazy. So
Stacy has designed most of these. I think I designed this one. So the plain looking ones, but I will say my favorite design of all the years, I got 2. This one, I love this one. And then I also love the one we just did this past year, if I can find it. Back to that simple.
Let me see that. Yeah, I love the back. Is that the front? That's the front. Yeah.
That's the front. Yeah.
We're on the ATL.
So we switched to putting just our logo on the back of shirts. We don't put a million sponsors on the back of t-shirts. So
we call that sponsorship soup.
Yeah, this was year 2.
You don't want to be in the soup. Yeah. Mizuno's not, shout out to Mizuno, great company. They're not gonna sell shoes being on the back of the shirt. They need to do like creative marketing.
I asked my people, I'm like, name 3 sponsors on the back of the last shirt you race for. Nobody. Okay, so Here we go. Front coach on the back, and then the sponsors in front of you. All right, what you got?
Unfortunately, this shirt only had 1 color. So I apologize to all our runners that are out there that I don't make shirts and races with 16 different colors because I'm not crazy. And we have enough trouble getting you the right shirt. So I like this one. Hey, you know what? Someone gave a shout out to a shirt that I don't have with me. It was the Silicon Valley Food Truck 5K. The shirt is so tight. It's got a big ass food truck on it. I can't find it. So shout out to you that I can't find a shirt. I can't find my own stuff. But this one is our Across the Bay 415K. So leaning into our area code roots. We got a little 4. The Golden Gate Bridge makes a 1, and your 5 with the seal there. Those are iconic San Francisco pieces with our trolley car and our Giants colors. This is our San Francisco Giants. You may remember them as the team that beat the Braves repeatedly for the past forevers.
No. Yes, that was very painful, and we are still very upset about that.
I'm thinking specifically 2012. I think was really the heartbreak one. Oh no, it might have been 2010. Cody Ross hitting a bunch of home runs off your team. It doesn't really matter which year it was. It happens.
I've been both. That's how Atlanta rolls.
San Francisco Giants. It happens.
Actually, didn't San Francisco beat Atlanta to go to the Super Bowl 1 year too? Like
probably. And we stole your head coach.
But this is
you stole your offensive coordinator, Shanahan. Yeah.
This is about running. This isn't about foosball. Let's keep safe.
All right, what you got? Number 2.
Okay, so this race is one of our newer races. It's called the Monday Nighter. So our sponsor, Monday Night Brewing.
Yep.
Always wanted to put on a race on a Monday night, but their original location is on a road that they're going to let us down the road. But their second location, they're kind of in like an up and coming hood. They're on a trail. So we started a race called the Monday Nighter. It's on a Monday night in June. Rest in peace to that race for 2020. We converted. But one of the themes for Monday night is they love T-Rex. And so for the first year for the Monday Nighter, we gave people the T-Rex.
Oh, shit.
What?
That's a huge dinosaur.
Tech fabric now, okay? Tech fabric.
Nice tech. You went from cotton to tech.
T-Rex. That's running too, correct? And again, keep it simple. Monday night logo, run social logo.
I really love it.
And then
it's pretty ridiculous. You gotta admit though, that shirt's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And 1,000 people on a Monday night in June, JT. In Atlanta.
What's the T-Rex thing about? Why do they love T-Rex so much?
Love dinosaurs. Like
who doesn't?
There's 3 owners, and there's dinosaurs everywhere in that brewery. It's crazy. And then for the second year, T-Rex went to space.
Oh shit! Who's on drugs? Is Stacy on drugs?
No, this isn't Stacy. This is another local artist. Her name's Abby DeWitt. She's amazing.
Abby DeWitt's on drugs.
No, she's amazing.
Somebody check on Abby. Check on Abby during quarantine.
So we'll talk about this one later, but T-Rex and friends are social distancing, and it's going to be amazing. We're doing a social distancing themed T-Rex shirt. So
I love it.
Shout out to Leslie Jordan, one of our Running USA partners.
Yeah, Leslie's tight.
All right.
That is great. That's great. So we've already seen this shirt once, but you saw it as a logo. We kept this Silicon Valley half. Every single half marathon participant, maybe 10K participant too, I can't remember, in the inaugural year, got the full tech. We designed this thing with the partner, and I see it everywhere. Everyone keeps wearing it. And why? Because it doesn't have a huge dinosaur on it. And
you're jealous, but that's okay.
I'm totally jealous because I want the dino shirt. Guess how many sponsors are on the back?
None. I like that. Very
clean.
Can
you find that? Can you find one? You know what? Our sponsors just trust us to make what the people want. So it's super clean. This is the race shirt. This isn't even like apparel. This is a race shirt.
I love that.
Yeah, we see it everywhere. It's one of the best things. And then we even did, back in the day when it was Represent Running, you got our tag in it, so not like another company. So it looked like Represent Running.
Dude, I have got your budget race.
Well, we lost a shit ton of money on that race. So don't.
Signed up for Silicon Valley Half. They need your registration fees, y'all. Everybody sign up. Even if you're not gonna make it, just sign up. That is a donation. They need. Oh, that's very nice.
Quarter's it.
All right, we ready for the next category?
Yeah, let's go. Are we going category or one more shirt? Did you want another shirt?
let's go on to the next one.
Let's do it. I'm going to show you our race shirt, though. This is my cruise shirt. I'm getting hot in here. That's why.
Hold on. Let me see what you got.
We got a little just real clean Run Local Bay Area.
Very nice.
This is made by Lululemon, one of our mutual partners. You and I are both ambassadors.
Love Lulu.
Shout out to Lulu.
Lulu, we do our run club stuff. Lululemon, West Midtown Run Club. Shout out to West Midtown Run Club. Give it up. All right. So next category, we got guest appearances.
Oh,
this
boy.
One's gonna be... Okay, so we decided we were going to just go. We didn't have any more, and we just going to name drop. Okay,
yeah.
So when we name drop, if you think this celebrity or special guest is amazing, just throw up the hearts or shout them out, whatever. Wait, who's first?
That's right.
I think you're up first on this one.
I am. You know what? I'm just going to drop the mic right from the beginning? We're going to go early.
Go early?
This gentleman's won the Boston Marathon. This gentleman's won the New York City Marathon. This gentleman is a silver medalist in the 2004 Olympics. The only person to accomplish all three of those levels. He is also a very big supporter of the Silicon Valley Half. That is Mike McCleskey. That's no big deal. That's no big deal. What's he wearing? What shirt's he wearing? That's weird. He's kind of wearing the best shirt ever fucking designed. Excuse my language.
Now, this is not a friendly show. You can cuss if you want to.
Okay, good.
Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah,
Okay.
I know you got commercials for you. You got Meb calling you up, asking advice pre-race. Like,
he calls me for advice all the time pre-race. He's like, JC, what should I do? How should I run this race?
I love it. So, what's his interaction like with people? Like, what's his involvement with the race?
He is. We cheated a little bit. Meb's an investor in the Silicon Valley Half, so he has a little skin in the game. But that was right when he was trying to transition out of being an athlete into being a businessman. So it was a really cool timing. And he and his brother Howie and I have been friends for a number of years. So we found a way to get him involved in a more meaningful way. So he still comes out. He paces the 7-minute crew, the hour 30 crew. So he comes out and runs. Everyone loves him. I'm seeing the comments come up that he hangs out with us. He high fives everyone. He just chills. He's a chiller.
So I've met him like a couple of times. He's super guy, and he loves Atlanta too. He comes to Atlanta quite a bit. So well,
that's cool.
So
Good man.
Business partner. I like that. All right, so I'm going to throw my first one out, and I just got a name drop. So a race that we are involved in, produced, is the Atlanta Mission 5K. And this year, we had America's Auntie, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms came out.
Wow.
And the Atlanta Mission 5K with us this year. So
did she run? Did she walk? Did she just hang out?
She walks. Now, she runs races. Like, she has her own at the airport. But it was she was really interactive with folks. She stayed around after the race, took pictures with folks. I actually got they posted a picture with me, her, and a couple of their friends on her Instagram account. So I'm on her Instagram.
That's tight.
So Keisha, if you listening, we really appreciate you coming out. Mayor Bottoms, I'm sorry. We love calling her Keisha. We got a mayor name. You know there's Keisha. My mayor's name is Keisha.
Oh, you're so lucky. Ours is named Sam.
Well, I'm sure.
He's cool. Shout out to Sam Licardo, Mayor Licardo. Excuse me. He's always watching.
Right.
He is a friend. And you know what? Sam and Keisha probably know each other.
Probably.
Wait,
does Sam want everybody to start going to the barbershop in the plate?
No.
Okay, so
Sam's like,
Keisha like
off the brakes.
Stay your asses at home. Like, there's a problem. That's Keisha. But yes, so that was one of our most proud moments having it there.
I think I most recently saw her on Atlanta's Missing Children documentary on HBO. Doesn't she have like a really cool segment?
Yeah.
Like, talking about how they want to get to the bottom of that shit.
Help to like reopen it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And she's been all over like the news because she's one of the first cares about opening back up. But yeah, so she's all right. What you got? Who else?
Okay. I'm going. This one's pretty big too. So not all of our runners know this happened because his security detail did not want us to make an announcement that they were there. But CEO and founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, ran the 2018 San Jose 408K. No results. Don't put me in the results. Don't put me in anything. And so Zuck has run a run local.
Okay, that's impressive.
So kind of like the mayor of the internet. That's pretty good.
Did he, but I'm trying to get bigger on my screen. Did he post a picture of himself on Facebook? He didn't?
No photos, but I do have a photo of him and I. This is a separate incident.
Facebook didn't happen, right?
The reason he did it is I produced the inaugural Facebook half marathon that started at the original garage in Palo Alto where they invented Facebook, or he invented it in Harvard, but then came to whatever. And we went to every office that they ever had and finished at their new campus out in East Palo Alto. And so I have a picture of me, a bullhorn, and Zuckerberg kind of just looking at me longingly, we're ready to go. For a half marathon for 12 people we produced. Just him and his like exec team. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. After this, we're having another power.
Oh yeah, we can talk.
Love it. All right, so my next one. This one's kind of a heart one too. So we had the honor of having Miss Ida Keeling join us as a marshal for our inaugural the race. She is the oldest. She's 105, I believe now. Runner. She's still out and walks. She's written a book. Ida Keeling. Heard of this woman?
She sounds amazing. Sounds like my new idol.
She came to our race and spoke to our audience at the expo. She was there on race day, took pictures with all of the runners. Her daughter, and I don't think she minds saying her. She's in, she ain't 20, but her daughter, I got to be careful with black women. You can't just be throwing ages on Instagram. But but her daughter's a badass in her own right. But brought her down here to Atlanta, had her. All of our runners, it was great. Like they had a line around the corner for her to sign autographs. She was 100%, and she's 105 now, still doing it. So that's my that was one of my proud moments, celebrity wise, having Miss Ida Keeling.
Someone in the comments said she even had a little drink.
She's big on Hennessy. She loves her Hennessy. Yeah, but look her up though. She's pretty dope.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
All right.
My last one. This is my last one because I can't think of anybody else, but. One of our earliest San Jose 408Ks, we had U.S. women's national soccer team hero, one of the most iconic sports photos of all time. Brandy Chastain, who is from San Jose and from my high school, ran our 8K. Said a few words before it. I think this is back in like 2014, something like that. But if you remember Brandy, she was the one that like scored the goal and then took her shirt off, and not just a sports bra, was just full woman. Like this is new age. We own it. All that stuff. So Brandy is tight, and she is still a commentator, I think, in women's soccer, doing stuff like that. But fittest mom. I don't even know. I'm not going to call her what she is. She's a fit mom. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and before I get my last one, honorable mention, we've had a lot of people who almost signed up for a race or were running races that we were running in, but it wasn't my race. So I can't claim that they were at the race. But we working on it though. We tag everybody on all of our race stuff to see that I just happen to check it out. My last one, this one is kind of a shout out. This is a local celebrity who graces us with motivation. It's actually her 50th birthday day, and I'm shouting out my girl Heather King.
Ooh.
You might not know who Heather King is.
I don't, but I'm about to.
We know Heather King, so this is my little shout out and dedication to Heather King. Happy birthday. Oh no, I got a song for her. Hope I don't get cut off. Can you hear that? So everybody please, all my ATL people, y'all give some hearts and some love to Heather King. Happy birthday, Heather. So Heather we call her the Pied Piper of the running community, because if she says, hey, y'all, we should run this race, everybody signs up for it. She done got Black people to come to Atlanta and run the Publix half marathon. She's got 30 people to sell out the Antarctica marathon and go to Antarctica and run. She got hundreds of people to go to Africa, Jamaica. She's just an amazing ambassador of running, a beautiful soul. It's her birthday. Cool. I don't know if she's on here, but Heather, we love you. Happy birthday. And
God bless those people.
tell everybody let's go to Silicon Valley. What do you think?
I need Heather. I'll pay for Heather if she brings everybody else. I can't pay for everyone else.
I got a free race entry right here.
I'll bring Heather.
Add Heather right now.
Happy birthday, Heather. You just got a free race entry and a hotel.
All right. Hey, I'm coming with you. I'm your roommate, Heather.
Let's go.
Yeah, so next up is sportsbasement.com. So go ahead and talk about them a little bit.
Love Sports Basement. This is our local. We got 5 stores around the Bay Area, but they'll do very similar to REI, but not nationwide. It's like the Bay Area's REI. So Sports Basement. You can check out this stuff right now at sportsbasement.com because, frankly, it isn't open because no retail's open right now. So shout out to Sports Basement. They host a lot of our packet pickups. They do group runs. They host a lot of our run crews. Ian Ballantyne, the marketing director out there, is a dear friend and has been super patient with us with different sponsors in and out. So thank you to Sports Basement. We got you a plug here. If you guys are looking for gear in the Bay Area, support them. Support local.
Do they ship worldwide?
Oh yeah, they'll send you something to Atlanta. Yep.
Right.
They'd love to send you some gear.
Very nice. So this one really just us giving some love right now, y'all. Volunteers. So JT, I think I'm up first. So basically all I want us to do is just talk about how volunteers.
Yep.
Of course, everybody knows 2 weeks ago was National Volunteer Thank You Month or Week or whatever. And I'm repping right now. This is one of the things that we do for our volunteers. Last year, this Hello Run shirt.
That's cool.
And you only get this shirt if you volunteer for a run. So
that's tight.
I was strict about it. I mean, I had my running friends that run all my races.
Everyone wanted it.
I'm like, I'm glad you're running all the races, but you got to volunteer. So they'd be like, well, can I volunteer pre-race and then run the race? So this is something that I
love that idea.
Yeah, it was really cool. And we have a 2020 version of the Hello Runner shirt. So hopefully in the fall we'll be able to release that. But anything that we can do when volunteers volunteer for any of our races, they pretty much get the same perks that the runners get. They don't have to run off miles and get all sweaty and nasty.
Yeah.
So you gotta love on your volunteers, and I can't thank our volunteers, and even like my volunteer team. Like most of my team are volunteers; they're not getting paid, and I can't do it without them. So I know my volunteer coordinators are on here right now. Shout out to Sydney and Elise, Tim, and Martha. I mean, I'm gonna forget something, but love you guys so much.
Yeah. I echo everything you just said to our volunteers, our volunteer teams. That also goes to our run crew leaders. So we have a Run Local 408, which is something that meets like every Wednesday night. So I saw Joel on here, Latino Thunder. Yes, that's his Instagram name is Latino Thunder. It's actually the Thunder with just an A. He is Latino Thunder. So not only to our volunteers, but also our run crew leaders that just keep the energy going year round for like free weekly Wednesday night runs. That's downtown San Jose. It's happening all over. We're looking to expand that program to other spots. But our volunteers. So depending on what the race is, this is where we change up our colors. So this year, our 408K was on Super Bowl. The 49ers were in that Super Bowl. It's not. You'll see the trend. Giants winning World Series. We haven't even talked about the Warriors yet. But yes, we lost the Super Bowl. But it was on Super Bowl Sunday, our last race, so we gave some Niner colors to them. But this other thing we really like to do is like give them a bag of some goodies. So we hunted down the Lululemon manufacturer in China. And we got that like really nice bag with the Run Local logo on it. Shout out to Amazon. Not sure if we're gonna get time to give you a shout, but we got them, and they get some goodies. You're gonna get your snacks when you're out on the course. But it's the least we can do. So thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now I know my volunteers gonna be like, "Yes, what's up with the bags?"
My fault. You're like CJT. You're gonna have to go volunteer in the Bay Area.
Absolutely love our volunteers. So shout out, thank you. If you have not been told you're loved lately, we love you so much. All right, next category, venues. And JT, listen, I know you are the man on this, so I'm not even gonna try to act like I got one super impressive one I'm gonna throw out there, but just tell us about these venues where you are a runner.
Well, it started I think it started with just like partnering with this upscale shopping center called Santana Row that we do in San Jose. So it's like, think of all that Silicon Valley money that's, you know, not even real with venture capital. They're spending it all at Santana Row. You've got your Gucci stores and your whatevers. And we finish like right down the middle of it, 8 a.m. And have big old brunch and post-race breakfast, and people just party there the rest of the day at all these restaurants. That's number one. Number two is a classic, and it's the one I hang my hat on, and that's Ghirardelli Square. So this is a very famous spot that's been around forever. Think of Ghirardelli chocolate, all of those different things. Ghirardelli Square is in Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, so a bit of a tourist area, but they run right into the finish line into Ghirardelli Square. So you've got all these shops and really cool San Francisco brew companies there. And it's right, beautiful views of the bay, like right at the finish line. So that's my number one venue right there. San Francisco classic. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, the one that we definitely hang our hat on that was for me, and talk about like stalking a organization, say, I want to put on a race for you, but we have here in Atlanta a Porsche test track. So it's a track where people who own Porsches can come and just like drive their cars around as fast as they want to. It's there's no potholes, there's no divots. I can't say it's completely flat, but we convinced Porsche to host a race on their track. It's a race for their employees, but we also are able to invite about 200 of the running community to come out and for fun. People stay around, they take pictures with the cars, they're running on this beautiful track, and this is the only time that people are running on the track. All the rest of the time, it's used as a entertainment venue for people to come in and drive the cars. And it's really, really cool. I was gonna pull up like a picture of it, but the Porsche, we call it the Porsche race around the track.
That's cool.
And it's a really cool venue. And then I always got to shout out my sponsor partners, Monday Night Brewing and Urban Society, have really cool places that to hang out. And I mean, that's the thing that we're probably missing more than anything, not being able to host our events, because the post race, just hanging out on their patios,
so chill.
Monday nights, like on this beautiful area in Atlanta called the Beltline, where you're looking over a beautiful park. When we don't have water here in Atlanta, but we have really beautiful like greenery, trees, and neighborhoods and stuff. So venues are really important. And what the course isn't necessarily all that like scenic, because we got a lot of hills, if you haven't heard. But your start and finish venues are going to be amazing here in Atlanta.
Beautiful.
So yes. Awesome.
Where we at?
All right. So next up, we're going to switch up the sponsor one more time. So I'm going to shout out our local sponsors here, and that is Iwi Fresh Garden and Day Spa. We have been partnered with Iwi Fresh for over 8 years now. Their owner and curator, the skincare chef, Yolanda Owen, skincare products, hair care products. So ewefresh.com, we'll put them up there. They're actually doing home self-care kits right now. You can go online and order yourself a pet from Iwi Fresh. So shout them out. All right.
Love it. Shout out to you.
So next up, we've got, we only got 3 categories left. Charity partners.
Do it.
Charity partners. So time for us to talk about some of the amazing partners that we work with. I'll start. I'll shout out real quick. Most recent, Girls on the Run is one of our charity partners.
Yeah. GOTR.
I produced the race here in Atlanta for Girls on the Run, and we had just pivoted to a virtual race last weekend and had a phenomenal experience using Instagram, Facebook, social media. Did a virtual race, raised a lot of money. People were very willing to give money in lieu of registration fees. So Girls on the Run is one of our other ones. You heard me talk about Atlanta Mission, which does a lot of great work for the homeless here, people who experience homelessness here in Atlanta. Back on My Feet, another awesome partner. Our Back on My Feet Atlanta chapter does it well. They've got run clubs. They're out in the community. All of our neighborhoods that we run through, the neighborhood associations, we give donations to every neighborhood to run through. And then I can't even name all of our charity partners for the race. We have probably about 20 charity partners that we honor. But bottom line is, if we're for your neighborhood, we want to make sure we leave impact than just some cut trash. So
I love that.
What you got?
We got a couple. We try to, we are run local, right? So every event that we produce in the Bay Area has to have a local charity partner that makes sense with that event. Let's just start with the Silicon Valley Education Foundation, SVEF. They are a learning and education foundation that is closing the achievement gap. So for people of color, for people lower socioeconomic opportunities, and they're doing the doable. They're sending kids to college all over Silicon Valley, from the east side of San Jose to everywhere. It's a super great organization. Edgewood Center for Children and Families. I always mess up that name, but they are essentially the last chance saloon for kids before they go to foster care. So you're in a really tough space. Edgewood's going to take you in and hopefully prevent that foster care putting you into that system, and then get you back into with your family. It's like a nice little respite to let everything cool off, keep you educated, keep you safe and sound. And that's in San Francisco. It's over 115 years old, that charity. Amazing. The Pat Tillman Foundation, one of our original charity foundations, that is, Pat Tillman was a killed in action Army veteran who also played in the NFL. He's from San Jose, where I grew up. I know some of the family members, and so we made the race benefiting his foundation. He wanted, and his wife, spouse wanted to create a charity for veterans as they come home from war to get them back going to college. So those are my big three. Shout to the San Jose, Dublin Sister City Commission that kind of helps us put on Shamrock, and then also to we do a GOTR piece too. So
nice.
But you already got them.
What do you got to do with Girls on the Run?
Oh, you got to support Girls on the Run.
Do you guys work with one of their races, or do you?
Yeah, our production company does the one in San Francisco.
That's awesome. I love Girls on the Run.
See.
Our race is about 3,000 runners every season for Girls on the Run. So it's one of the bigger counts.
Mini-Merds Running Club. I sit on the foundation. I sit on the board of the nonprofit. It is like a scrappier grassroots version of Girls on the Run, much smaller, but really cool organization. It's supporting girls all over the place to get them working out after school. So shout out to Mini Mermaids Running Club.
Yes. So listen, a lot of what we talked about is national carryover. I know we have a Tillman race here. You guys probably have some, back on my feet. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that I love about the running community is the way we kind of overlap.
Yeah, it's so tight.
And a lot of people don't know the running industry brings a lot of money to charity, and I think people are really feeling it now. Small races all the way up to these major marathons and charity racing events. So again, guys, I can't emphasize enough. Please make sure you go and sign that Endurance Sports Coalition petition to make sure that the running industry does not die because of this pandemic.
Preach.
So throw it up one more time. All right, so we got a couple fun ones up next. So we're going to talk about next our local running events, maybe not necessarily our events, but the event that, why would I come to Atlanta, or why would I go to the Bay Area for an event?
Okay. Our local event that we are very deeply involved in, one that I love, it's 107 years old now, I think, maybe even more, is the Bay to Breakers. Bay to Breakers runs from the San Francisco Bay to the Breakers, to the Pacific Ocean. That's 12K, 7.5 miles. It is the most outrageous running event on the planet. You got like naked people. Everyone's in costume. There's been everywhere from 40,000 to 100,000 people that participate. Who knows how many people don't pay at all. You've got like just people coming out of the woodwork. They've got beers, cakes, whatever it's going to be. But the Beta Breakers is a classic that you just have to check off your running list box.
Normal date for the event was when?
It was supposed to be May 18th, something like that. It's supposed to be in a couple weeks. We've postponed to mid-September, hoping we can get that in. So hoping to keep that tradition alive, 100-something years running.
Absolutely. And then, of course, I have got to, and I got to here. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yes.
So, our big event is the Peachtree Road Race. The largest 10K in the world. We say in the world.
Such a classic.
Yes, and 60,000 runners, typically on the 4th of July, and It was just announced this week. Hold on. I'm not DJ. Have you ever tried to MC one of your races?
It's yes, I have. MC and DJ, and it does not go well.
Doesn't go well. My husband DJs for me. And Alexa, what's up? My husband DJs for me. And one time he was running the race, and I was like, you can't run any more races. I need you on the mic. Anyway, so, yeah, Peachtree Road Race. That is our Atlanta claim to fame. That's the reason you come to Atlanta to run. 60,000 runners. They just celebrated the 50th last year, and I will never forget hearing Jay Holder, who's one of the director of marketing, say, I don't know how we're going to top 50. I wonder if he thinks about himself saying that. So the way that we're going to top 50 is in 51, we are going to run that thing on Thanksgiving Day this year.
You did it. He found a way.
Found a way. So, yeah, I mean, of course, 4th of July, it's still a little too early to know what running and large events are going to look like during that time. So they have made the decision to move the race to Thanksgiving. It's going to be very interesting.
You know what? I feel like if anyone can do it, y'all can do it. And Atlanta Track Club can do it. After that showing at the Olympic trials.
Let's talk about the trials. That's not on the agenda. The trials, JT. One of the most amazing running, racing, spectator experiences of any run nerds life. It was awesome. Did you watch?
I watched. I've been to every trials since 2008, and I missed this one because I was like, oh, I've got so much travel this year. I don't want to take another trip to the East Coast, not knowing that I wasn't going to travel at all this year. I should have been there.
And you hear people say all the time, we are so fortunate that we got the trials in.
I think
literally 2 weeks later, that was my last race. The
Publix.
Yeah. And one of your ambassadors came and did the Publix. I saw him.
Yeah, he was on here. Bertrand.
But
Bertrand Newsom.
We got a chance to meet. I volunteered all weekend and then ran half on Sunday, but I got a chance to meet just about all the Olympians.
Well, I saw some great pictures of you and Alafine.
Alafine came to a meet and greet that we hosted, and she told us at the meet and greet on Thursday night that she came to win, and then she won that thing.
I love it. That's tight.
She's amazing. So that's one of my almost. I'm hoping by next year I'll be able to say, yeah, Alafine ran one of my races.
Kind of how you were going to drop that on me. Yeah.
So that's a nice segment into our next category, which is local Olympians. So we're just going to shout them out, try to impress everybody.
You probably have an entire list right now. I always thought we were just going to do one, but I've got.
Let's just rattle them off. Let's show them some love. So we got.
I mentioned two of my favorites, and I want to mention them together. So Tommy Smith and John Carlos, both San Jose State alum and members of Speed City, and they were first and third in the 1968 Olympics and set off the controversy, but really what was right, the right thing to do at the time. So they're huge, basically inspirations for me of what to do the right thing at all times, no matter the cost. So those are my two favorite San Jose Olympians. And then I'm going to say my last one, and I'm going to let you go. Most recently, a really dear friend of mine is Shannon Roberry. So Shannon is the American record holder in the 5,000 meters from San Francisco. Local girl, has been a just awesome member of our community, just giving love back. Because she's been to 2 Olympics, and she's shooting for her third. She was shooting for her third in 2020, and we're going to have to make that 2021. So shout out to you, Ro. One more year, you just have to wait, and then you can retire. Can't retire yet.
No retiring. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout out to all the Olympians and Olympic hopefuls for 2020. We're behind you. And I've listened to a lot of interviews that Alafine and Molly have done that just talked about, how they're taking this whole postponement thing, and they really have a really great frame of mind about it.
That's amazing.
Marathon approach. So
they're resilient people.
So I got 3 that I'm going to shout out, but it goes deep, especially in track and field here.
Yeah, it does. You got some fast.
Just off the top. So the first one we talked about the other day, Angelo Taylor. He is a local Olympian, track and field. And I told you the other day, he actually still gets out and into the community. He can definitely be at local track meets, either supporting. He'll jump on the track. like a community race, and you smoke everybody. A lot of fun. And then I couldn't find the picture, but there is a picture somewhere in cyberspace of Angelo Teller wearing a Running Nerd shirt, and he like sent me. I was like, oh my god!
You need that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think it's somewhere on Instagram before I knew how to use Instagram, because I think he like tagged me, and I don't know. I didn't know anything about Instagram, so
he's cool, and I feel like I've met him, or just know that he just likes to have a good time in life, and that I can relate to.
Yes. And then the second one I will shout out is Gail Devers.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Gail Devers. So Gail Devers, she is awesome. She is an Atlanta Track Club ambassador as well. She just ran her first half marathon. JT.
That's cool.
Did the Publix half. Ran a pretty decent time. I think she did like sub 155 or something like that for her
She's
first
an athlete.
And the cool story about her, after the half, she comes over to our little like gathering tent for our like run groups, and she's like looking at her watch, asking us if her splits were good. She's like, "Yeah, I think I went out too fast." So this woman has gone from running 100 meters to 13.1 miles, and I think we got her. I think she's hooked on her.
I love it. So, who else you got?
And I would be remiss if I did not shout out our most famous Olympian of all time, Mr. Jeff Galloway.
Oh, yes.
The original winner of the Peachtree Road Race.
Yeah.
Jeff Galloway, he is his own brand. I mean, people
Everything.
Galloway when they run.
Yeah, the Galloway method. I think he's got a whole method.
Do people JT when they run? No. Do people test when they run? No, they Galloway. Folks go Galloway when they run. I have heard the term, I Gallowayed that shit.
Oh, yeah.
In a real sentence. So anyway, Jeff
if
Galloway.
you drink a little too much the night before the race, and then kind of come in like mid-pack right now, and be like, I JT'd that one.
That's what JT means. Yeah. I gotta come up with, what does testing a race mean? Testing a race means you showed up 5 minutes before the race.
I tested.
Across the start line, you finished, then you hung out for like 7 hours after the race and had all the free beer. That's testing a race.
I'm getting called out on the comments right now for saying Shannon Rowberry is the American record holder. She is the former American record holder in the 5,000 meters. Your team is on me. I am.
Right,
I'm so sorry she's the former running 14:45 or 14:50.
Yeah, you can't get much past these runners. They gonna let you know if you got. All right, no, we got the last category. So,
okay.
I'm gonna ask you, and then you ask. We've talked about all of our races, our favorite races in Atlanta. If my ATL family, my East Coast family, needed to travel to your side of the world and to one of your events, what is the one event that they need to book flights, hotels, and make a weekend out of it? Which race? One race out of all races that you produce.
I think it's going to surprise you. Can you hear me right now? I feel like
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I think you think I'm gonna tell you the Silicon Valley Half Marathon, but that's not what I'm saying. You're coming to, and this is a bit of a surprise, maybe a little twist on it. Where are you coming to? The 37th annual. We're going old school. Started in 1984. No, I did not start this race because I would have been 4 years old, but it is the Across the Bay 12K. This thing is beautiful. Okay. It starts in Marin County. It runs across the Golden Gate Bridge. Sometimes we're getting whales popping out of the water. You're getting to see fog turn into sun, and then you're dropping down into San Francisco, what's called Marina Green. You go past Marina Green, but through Crissy Field, seeing like waves crashing along the side of it, and then you're finishing in Ghirardelli Square at Fisherman's Wharf, so you get a great place to post party. Its tagline back in the day was a celebration of running, which I think is a great way to kind of end this thing, because this whole thing has been a celebration of running tonight. But the race itself is a celebration of running. We have to go virtual this year. It was scheduled for mid-July, but San Francisco won't be opened up yet to be doing mass events. But a beautiful run that I encourage everyone to come out to be. So you might not have heard of it, but it has been around at like 5,000 people. So it's not huge. Yeah. It's point to point. So we bus you out to the start line and you just run home. And
I love point races.
Yeah, it's tough. They're tougher for us, but they're great for the runner, I think. I think they're fun.
And you said it's 12K. So yeah, that's a great distance. People travel
Yes.
for 12K. You got to give them at least a 10K to go across.
That's true. That's true.
No, that sounds amazing. All your races sound super awesome and fantastic. If I was going to implore all my new friends from the West Coast to come to Atlanta, y'all got to come and experience the race. You know I got to say the race. So yes, the race is all about Black excellence, love, joy, beauty, everything that's beautiful. But we love everyone. We want everyone to experience this race. It's like a family reunion on and off the pavement. And again, we don't know what this year is going to look like. There he goes. We don't know what this year is going to look like, but I guarantee you, we will operate with excellence no matter what goes down. But I want everyone to experience the race. So I just went ahead and started talking about it. But I want you to go back to yours. So my event, I want everybody from the West Coast to come to Atlanta and experience the race. So that's fine. I can vouch for JT on the fact that he is putting together excellence at every step. And he's going to be humble. This guy is a decorated runner in his own right. He knows about running from all angles. And it's been a true honor to share this platform with you.
Thank you.
And I'll just say this, and I want to say this to the end. We've been super nice to each other. This is a really
we have.
Brag out better. But people kept telling me that I needed to meet you and get to know you because we had very similar vibes. Mm-hmm. And I just want to thank you for taking my call and saying, hey, I got this idea.
Such a great idea.
Down for it from the minute I talked to you, and also for just being a great mentor. I look to you and your brand and your professionalism when I'm at every step of what I do as a race director. And being a Running USA member and a race director, I'm so proud to be a race director. It's a profession. It's like a real thing.
It's a cool job. I know, it's crazy.
And just the way that you treat your staff, all the way to how you treat your runners, I love it. And I'm glad to be your friend. So thank you, man.
I love that. I will tell you right now, you are one of the most innovative, thoughtful people in this industry right now. We are watching what you do so that we know what to do in the future. And also, this race director battle thing, we are going to see Berlin Marathon versus London Marathon. We're going to see New York Marathon versus Boston Marathon. It started here, right here with your idea, and you coming to say it. That was one of the big reasons I said yes. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a thing. She's going to make the thing. We can say we're in the first one because she's going to start it. So I'm on it right now.
This was the race director battle. And, I got to give a shout out, of course, to Babyface and Teddy Riley because they were the ones that inspired me.
That's the real inspiration.
Surely that we can put together and produce a fantastic battle. Now, we didn't get the 500,000 people that they got, but, it could go by.
Yeah, it could. It's going to blow up. And we did. Maybe it stopped 4 times.
Who's this saying? Run local social.
I like that. That's Luke Rankin. Shout out to Luke.
A collabo event.
Collab event, collab shirt. I like it. Something's happening there.
Something's gonna happen.
What do we meet in the middle of the country? It's just Iowa. We gotta do something.
Hey, Natalie, my girl Natalie, Iowa. Natalie, we need some contacts in Iowa.
I love it. But I do want to encourage everyone to go out to Atlanta. Let's go do a race sometime. Let's go travel.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely
the race in October. But Peachtree Road Race is definitely, if you're going to come to Atlanta for an experience, and make sure you hit me up. Hit up Running Nerds, Test, hit up West Midtown Run Club, and we'll take care. We know how to take care of our runners around here.
I love it. I think we have a little battle. We need to get.
Wait, we got one more sponsor, though. We got to get the last sponsor. So some of you may not have heard of this sponsor. So I'm going to put the website down, and you just tell them what they do.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce the sponsor. Some of you may not have heard of it, so you might have to.
This sponsor has been with us for 5 years. They're a little company out of Seattle, Washington. They've crept into the tech world. But seriously, Amazon.com. It seems very weird that Run Local is partnered with Amazon.com. I get that. But I've talked with the people, and they want to support local. And they are actually delivering packages when we need them most right now. So thank you to all those workers out there in the factory. in the distribution centers, making sure we get all of our ridiculous needs dropped right on our door. So thank you to the Amazon employees, but especially to the crew at Lab 126 in San Jose. They're the ones that invented the Alexa and the Fire, the tablets, and all those different things. So Lab 126, they all come out and do our runs. They have huge groups, hundreds of them come out and do the runs, and we're keeping them all up. My Alexa just started talking because I said the word Alexa.
So, funny thing, I have an Alexa, a real human Alexa. She is one of my best running buddies. She's like my right and left hand on race day. Her name is Alexa, and it didn't dawn on me for like 6 months that like her name's Alexa.
Yeah.
She's like, man, you know, you got that go-to person on race day.
That's her.
Like, they're not like shit might just fall apart. That's my Alexa. Alexa, shout out to you. All right. And I got a shout. Okay, let's do shout outs. So I got to give a shout out to my assistant race director, best friend, director of timing, Shanta. I don't know if you're still on here. There's no running nerds without Shanta McMillan, so y'all know that. I got to give a shout out to my West Midtown Run Club family, Natalie, all of everybody who, you know, logged on and checked out. Got to give a shout out to all running nerds and Run Social and the race runners, volunteers, sponsors, partners, City of Atlanta, all y'all. Two Legit Fitness, Bay Area Run Crew, We Run Social, Concrete Runners, Arite, and the local run clubs, yes. Shout out to Running City USA, too. A Pavement Runner, thank you for sending those shout outs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been super fun. Again, I called JT on last Monday, and said, I got this idea. What do you think? And he was down from the minute I mentioned it. Shout out to his designer, I think Brian, who created the little logo. Just something to keep everybody motivated. We will be back, y'all. Running is not canceled. I hope everybody's staying motivated, staying positive, staying active during this time. You know, you come out of this thing sexy if you really work it right. This has been super fun. Y'all, thank you so much. I'm going to go eat dinner now because I haven't had any dinner. But I did get through an entire blueberry raspberry nar water. And I'm halfway done with this Urban Tree fan cider. So you know I'm going to finish it. Everybody make sure you support both of these awesome local race companies. We're both small businesses. We appreciate your support. We want to keep everybody motivated, active, connected, and positive through this entire thing. We will be back better than ever. Get your body right, get your times right, and support everybody. All right, so I'm going to log off. Love y'all. Thank you so much.